Sorry, I guess so awkward. Hello, I'm Sam, and this is my boyfriend JJ. And we both recently decided to quit our jobs and spend the next year traveling and doing things we've never done before. And one of the first things we wanted to do was go where it seems everyone is going to these days. A place where we could go from walking 20,000 steps around ancient temples by day to stuffing our faces with creme brulee ice cream by night.
I'll come to Japan just for this.
That's right, you guessed it. We're going to Japan. We had no plan, no itinerary. We just bought the plane ticket, our hotel room, and then showed up on time. That's about it. But regardless, it was probably the most memorable 8 days of our entire lives. So I wanted to share it with you guys. And just like any good story, it needs a beginning. And ours didn't turn out so well. It was totally our fault. So let's take it back all the way to the beginning. Good morning. It is Tuesday, April 8th, and we're on our way to Japan.
Surprise!
Our new suitcases. We were gonna buy matching ones, but they did not come in time. Now we have to go to the bus. So you know that feeling back when you're in school and you have a field trip the next morning, so your body just won't let you sleep no matter how hard you try? That was JJ.
I think I was so excited, so I couldn't sleep at all. Like I started to sleep from 5 in the morning, like 3 hours, and my eyes are red and I'm so tired.
I slept well. We all know the one rule of international travel is that you're supposed to get to the airport 3 hours early, right? But if you have anxiety, then you arrive 6 hours before when your plane is supposed to take off, just in case. What if the flight changes and it just takes off without you? What if the customs line is so long that you just missed the flight entirely? We were so early, in fact, that there was no line at the check-in counter when we got there. And even customs took us less than 10 minutes, so we had like 4 hours to kill. And not knowing what else to do, we tried one of those trendy travel shorts that we've been seeing on our Instagram, so...
하나, 둘, 셋.
That was an ugly heart. That didn't turn out as well as we thought it would, but yeah, there's a reason we've never uploaded those. Then, just like iPad kids that get distracted by the TV behind us, JJ was just glued to the screen, completely mesmerized by some guy called Wing. Do all men secretly wish they could just beatbox? I don't know. But my eyes were only on the man next to him. Where did he go? Our two favorites next to each other. Between our snacks, eye candy, and filming incredibly awkward shorts, before we knew it, it was our time to board the plane. I am so sweaty. Good thing I'm wearing black. Thanks. Okay, so fast forward through hours of me filming the clouds outside of the plane window, we finally landed at Narita Airport. Is it Narita or Narita? Tired, a bit stressed, and very dehydrated, but excited. We had no idea where to go from there, so we knew it was time to do the one thing I'd been dreading the entire trip. I will spoil this now when I say that although JJ practiced and studied for months in preparation for this trip, the only Japanese words that left our mouths the entire trip were "sumimasen" and "arigatou gozaimasu." Those two, that's it. Therefore, when JJ finally got the guts to walk up to the airport employee and ask for directions, he pulled the classic tourist move.
すいません。
But it turns out the subway entrance was only one stop away, so we could have just walked there faster. But then, you know, we would have missed out on the experience of sitting in this cute little airport shuttle bus, even though we ended up sitting right behind a person who had the strongest body odor we've ever smelled in our entire lives. But it's okay. One of the easiest ways to get to Tokyo from the airport is by taking the subway. It's a known fact that Japan has the most convenient and amazing subway system in the world, but it's also huge and incredibly confusing the first time that you're there. We went with Keisei Skyliner, which is like an express train that takes you directly to Ueno station. So we had about 25 minutes to get there before the train left, which we thought gave us plenty of time to go to the ATM and take out yen and then go get our welcome Suica card. But the line for that card was ridiculous. And after we waited like 15 minutes for the line to move, we had like 10 minutes to run to find where our train was because we had no idea. Okay, so pay attention because this gets very confusing. On Google Maps, the route for the Keisei Skyliner was shown as blue. We thought, okay, simple, let's follow the blue line. But the actual signs at the station were completely different. The word Skyliner is only under orange, and the Keisei main line was the blue signs. What do two sleep-deprived people who have never been in Japan before do in this situation? Follow the blue line that's on your phone or the name Skyliner? It's so confusing. And just as we were about to give up, I had this like vague memory of the woman who sold us the tickets that said we should go to platform number 5. It's like, I think we're supposed to go to platform number 5, which was under orange. So we just decided with like 2 minutes left that let's run. But as we were running, it was kind of funny because the Japanese woman who was helping us at that point was like because we were running away. But yeah, we had we had a train to get to, so we booked it and we made it there on time, and it turns out I was right. It was the orange one that said Skyliner. I don't know, it's confusing. Sam and JJ 1 point, subway system 0. Thanks. Whew. So after hours of waiting at the airport, 2 hours on an airplane, and then another hour on the subway, we finally made it to our hotel. Japan is known to have pretty unique hotels, so we really wanted to find one that was not like too expensive, but also really interesting and weird and different. And how many people can say that they've stayed at a robot hotel? The place we stayed at is called Henna Hotel, which translates to strange hotel. There are a bunch scattered around the city, but we stayed at the one in Akasaka. That's so fun to say, Akasaka. It was about $110 a night. She just bowed. Don't look at me. Oh. First off, as you can see, it was tiny, like really tiny. JJ fills the whole room. We couldn't even open up our suitcases all the way. We had to take turns. It was that small. JJ's favorite part. And the only window in the room just faced into another building, so we got almost no sunlight during the day. We knew we'd be spending most of our time outside anyways, so we didn't really need this luxury hotel. But if we do ever go back to Tokyo, I would probably splurge and get a bigger place than that. But to be fair, it was very clean. And it was in a really good location, close to the subway and kind of in the middle of Tokyo, so we could just get to anywhere around the city really fast. On the first floor, there were these complimentary robes and toiletries, which we definitely took advantage of, and we could even go to the gym for free next door. Not that we ever went in there, but we could have. So, would we stay there again? Probably not. Would you stay there again?
Me?
Yeah. No? No? Oh, okay. But it was definitely a fun experience, I think. A new experience. Are you giving me water every chapter?
Yeah.
Wrong bite.
Climb down as well.
Am I red?
You're fine.
I feel like I'm just slowly getting shinier and shinier because I'm sweating.
I know.
Okay. Whew. So after dumping off our suitcases at the hotel, we went in search for food because we had not eaten a single thing since the airport, where we had Maltesers and 2 kimbaps from the convenience store. Luckily for us, there was this ramen place right outside our hotel with really good reviews and 2 empty seats. It was delicious. A little bit salty. I would recommend. 10 out of 10. It was getting late and we were pretty tired at that point, and it was also really dark. It was like 9 p.m. but we really wanted to go outside and see something, so we saw that the Tokyo Tower was not that far away and we could walk there, and it was also one of the things that was on my bucket list to do in Japan. I was really happy we ended up going at night because the lights were so beautiful, the weather was perfect, and it felt like we were finally in Japan in that moment. Would also 10 out of 10 recommend. Go at night. But that was also the moment our leg pain started for this whole trip, because even though we walked all the way there, we didn't realize that we'd have to walk all the way back. Our legs hurt so bad. And finally, to end our first day in Japan, we did what I'm sure everyone does. It's like a rite of passage as a tourist. We went to the convenience store. JJ did research online for what he wanted to eat, so one of the things he saw that a YouTuber was eating was this creme brulee ice cream.
This is amazing. Everyone should try this. This is best ice cream I ever had in my life. Fucking good. I'll come to Japan just for this.
It was really good. So good that JJ still talks about it to this day and really wants to try to make it at our house, but we don't have one of those like blowtorch things to make the creme brulee hard topping. Yeah, anyways. So yeah, that was how we ended our first night in Japan. So thank you for watching this video. And if you want to see our second day in Japan, make sure to watch our next video coming soon. How do I say bye? That's so awkward. Bye.